Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate you taking your time to spend with us, and we're excited about this webinar. We have a new integration partner. So today we are going to be talking about how advisors use Fispoke and WealthBox to streamline private banking for clients. Brand new integration partner for WealthBox. So we have a couple presenters on today's demo. We're going to, first of all, start on the WealthBox side. So my name is Jenna Gabati. I'm a senior product specialist at WealthBox. I've been here for about 4.5 years at this point. Prior to that, I was a financial advisor. Really love working with financial advisors now on their technology and helping them basically use technology to its fullest potential so that they can spend more time doing what they do best, which is working with clients. We're joined by Terry Mullen and Wade Waller over at Fispoke. So Terry and Wade, I'll give you a minute to introduce yourself.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much, Jenna. I'm Terry Mullen, about 39 years in financial services. Was on the product distribution side as a wholesaler and sales manager and CEO of companies like Lincoln Financial Distributors and Sun Life Canada. Became an entrepreneur in 2015. I founded a company called Truelytics that we sold to Envestnet in 2022 and became a co-founder here at Fispoke on the banking and lending side. So thank you very much for hosting us, and Wade, over to you.
Thank you, Terry. My name is Wade Waller. I'm the Chief Product Officer here at Fispoke. I manage the product management teams, customer support teams, and implementation teams. So we work directly with the advisors. I've spent about 25 years in financial services, about 23 of those in wealth tech, fintech, building technology for independent advisors, TAMPs, and broker dealers. And I came on board with Fispoke in May of this year. And I've been building out a service team and implementing new clients after we've gone live in July.
Perfect. Yeah, well, we're super excited you're here. Thanks for taking the time. Couple housekeeping items before we get into more of a product demo. So on the agenda today, we have the company overview for Fispoke. We'll go through the product and talk about, where it applies. We'll do a demo of each, as well as talk about the integration and where you can find that, how to implement it, all of that good stuff. And we'll carve out some time at the end for Q&A. So if you do have any questions that pop up throughout the presentation, please feel free to use the Q&A function. It's in your Zoom controls. Leave your questions and we'll make sure to answer all of them towards the end. But with that being said, we'll go ahead and start on the Fispoke side.
Great. Thank you very much. Good afternoon. As I've said, I'm Terry Mullen. I'm the co-founder and Chief Revenue Officer here at Fispoke. So there we go. Go to the next one. Fispoke is a private banking and lending platform built exclusively for financial advisors. We offer an integrated solution for banking and lending needs. Think cash, securities lending, credit cards. So why is that important? It allows you to retain ownership and deepen the relationships with your clients. Today, many times those products that I mentioned are off-platform with institutions that are trying to get a deeper wallet share with your clients, and it will allow you to unlock new revenue streams potentially and get a deeper share of wallet with your clients. Fispoke is a privately held company. We're majority owned by our employees. We have several institutional type investors with leading banks and one of our technology partners, as well as some very strategic investors in the industry. So if you think about the problem is that most of your clients' wealth, their assets are with you, right? The left side of the circle here, right? Life insurance, their investments, things like that, their assets. But a lot of the stuff that they have, the liability side, you don't typically can solve, right? Especially if you are not with a bank or a wirehouse, and I would imagine most of you aren't. So most of those things have to be off platform, or you have to actually refer them to somebody else. So think of things like high yield savings, credit cards, mortgages. All of those were typically things that you had to refer away. Why is it important? Well, because clients don't want to have multiple relationships, and you don't, quite frankly, want them to, because you want to be able to offer those. If you have a client that has a relationship because they have a couple of accounts with JP Morgan or Merrill Lynch or Goldman Sachs, they are constantly looking to get a deeper share and get the wealth side. So doing that, it will cement and deepen the relationship that you have with your clients. There's billions of dollars in cash. You have typically an advisor has about 6% of their clients' assets in cash. Yes, we can do better, and you'll see how we can do better for that. But really, we want to help you grow your business by going after the billions and trillions of dollars that are sitting in low yielding savings accounts and other accounts that are off platform. Clients go other places for their cash, their credit cards, life insurance, and things like that. We make it very easy for you to do with your clients right on the Fispoke platform. So if you think about it, now when you look at the right side, right, what are those accounts that we can help you with? High yield savings, mortgages, advisor financing, securities and insurance-backed loans, and advisor branded credit cards. Those are all the products that we're going to deliver in an integrated. Think of us as a toolbox, right? Where you need it, you can pull it in, pull it out of your toolbox, and use it for your clients. And it is a huge, huge problem. It's a multi-trillion-dollar industry. Just on the savings side, the average client, not average client, but a high net worth client will have hundreds of thousands of dollars sitting in cash accounts that are low yielding. If they're in brokerage cash, they're getting typically less than 1%. If they're in other things, it might be 2%, or they're in money markets, they're not FDIC insured. You can offer a much better rate and a better solution. There's almost $150 billion in securities lines of credit that typically aren't available. And if they are, they're off platform, or they're not great solutions offered by the custodians. Very importantly, there's about $12 trillion it's estimated that is going to be going from one generation of advisors, first gen to second gen. And we provide a solution to help you if you want to go and buy books of business. There's $2.2 trillion in mortgages, and the solution for that is typically going to your buddy who's a mortgage broker or the bank down the street. It's not a great solution that we've had up until Fispoke. And if you think about it, investors, they don't want to have multiple relationships. They want to work with one person that can oversee all of their investments, all of their lending needs and credit needs to do that. So the one thing I'll say here is, when you have clients that have accounts at those other firms, I mentioned some of them earlier, Merrill Lynch is an example. Their advisors aren't even going out to do cold calling and trying to get new accounts. All of their new accounts are coming from their banking clients because they're trying to get the wealth side from the lending side. We're going to allow you to have that, so you don't have to introduce other people. You can be the sole advisor and bring that in to get a deeper share of wallet. And it's critical when you think about it from a generational perspective. I mentioned the $12 trillion from one advisor generation to the next advisor. That's the same thing with households and client wealth, right? It's going to the next generation, and there's trillions of dollars that will go from one gen to the next. And it's important that you have a relationship with the next gen, because if you don't, then 83, I think, percent of those clients, 80+%, are going to move financial advisors when the wealth comes into their hands. And the reason is because they don't have a relationship with the advisor. And it's because many times those people don't have the same needs as their parents, right? They need cash. They need to put money in a savings account so they can afford to get a mortgage where they'll have someone else that does that mortgage. We're trying to allow you to have a relationship across the generational gap with the clients, with the parents and the children of those clients. And using Fispoke will give you access to those types of products. When you come onto the Fispoke platform, there are no fees for you or for your clients. There's no minimum number of products that you have. We're fully bespoke. Think bespoke. If you need mortgages, if you need high yield savings, there's no minimums, and you don't have to have multiple products. You can pick and choose as you want. We offer highly competitive products, you'll see in a second, with some of the very attractive interest rates. And it really allows you to solidify those relationships that you have. And we will have all of the documents, so all of the account statements, et cetera, will be right there on the platform at the click of a button for you to be able to access, as well as your clients to be able to access. Looking at high yield savings, we have competitive high yield savings, very competitive today, 4.07% interest on an annual percentage yield. If you want to get paid, you can. We offer compensation. So if you take compensation, it will reduce that rate slightly, but it does give you access to getting paid on those assets. There's no minimums. There are no account fees, as I mentioned. Interest accrues on all balances. And we link directly to those institutions. We are that middle layer where we connect with the banks, with the custodians, with your portfolio accounting system, and it's right there on your fingertips at a branded platform for you and your clients. Next, going to securities and insurance-backed lines of credit, both of which we will offer and have access to. Many of you probably already use securities lending as a way to give your clients liquidity. We are going to be there. Typically, people can get anywhere from 50 on the securities lending side up to almost 95% of the value on life insurance. The clients retain ownership. For those of you that are familiar with it, we will be another very competitive solution for you that will have a common application. One of the things that I do want to highlight is that if you are aware and have used TAMPs in the past, TAMPs really revolutionized wealth management because it was a very easy, seamless way to access multiple providers, multiple asset managers in a common application, a very seamless environment. We are doing that for banking and lending. And think of us as a TAMP for banking and lending with a very, very easy access to those products like securities lending or branded credit cards. We have a relationship with American Express where we will be offering a platinum-like card that will offer no cost, no fee to the client, and 2% cash back. And it will be branded with your firm's logo right on that card. Next is, as I mentioned, is insurance and life settlements. Some of you may do life insurance. You may have gotten into doing settlements, but think of life insurance as an asset. And if you need to get it, typically the only way they could borrow from their life insurance is to go to the carrier. Now there are other institutions that are willing to loan against those balances. And if that doesn't make sense, or if they don't want the insurance because they want to spend the money or they need to get it, there are settlement options today, and we will have integration with those types of providers as well. For advisor financing, if you are looking to acquire some of those books of business that the one generation is retiring or looking to sell, we will provide you with financing for that at incredibly attractive rates. We just closed on one that was a rate that was below 7% and a very attractive terms. It was 100+ basis points below any of the competition. And then finally is mortgages, real estate. We have a unbelievable provider. We're partnered with Sage Home Loans as well as another firm. Sage is think of them as the 21st century type of experience with technology and integrated. They don't work with mortgage brokers, so they put all of those costs that they typically would have into the rate. They're trying to be somewhere between 50 and 150 basis points below what the market is at. Right now, they're about 65 basis points below the competition. And they do it within 30 days. They can do it as quick as 21. They guarantee it in 30. And if they don't, they'll provide a $500 cash back to the client if they don't do it. They also offer $500 at closing to the client when they do it. It's a terrific experience. And instead of, again, giving it away, you can control it and have it right on your platform. So with that, let me pass it over to Wade, who will walk you through a demo and show you the Fispoke experience. Wade?
All right, thank you, Terry. So I'll take you over to a video of the app, and we'll look at the WealthBox and Fispoke integration. So when advisors first log into Fispoke, they start off on our dashboard. And here we're going to simulate an advisor that's logging in for the first time. So the advisor will go to the navigation pane and select the Clients tab. And that will take them to the My Clients tab. This is where they can manually enter client data in. Alternatively, when they click on the CRM Clients tab, this is where the data that's integrated into the platform will initially display. So when a WealthBox is enabled, there will be a WealthBox option that displays in the action menu, and this will be configured when the firm is onboarded. When they click that button, you'll be able to sync directly to your WealthBox instance, and you'll receive a pop-up that will allow you to enter your WealthBox username and password. And then when the user selects the Log into WealthBox button, they will sync into the system. They'll get a confirmation that it's connected successfully. And when they close the window by selecting the close button, their data will automatically be synced. So this is pulling all the contact information from WealthBox, and it will initially display here on the CRM Clients tab. Anytime the advisor logs in from that point forward, the system will automatically sync the data. And we'll use a test client Shane Bond as an example. Once the CRM data is in the system, you can select the Create New Account button to create a new account application. And in this case, we'll use High Yield Savings Account as a product example. So when they click the Open Account button, they will go to a form where they'll key in some of the required values and then search for an existing client. They can look up the client by name, select the client, and once selected, they'll show in the full name field. And once they've completed this, then they can select Save and Next, and this will bring in the CRM data to the application. And this is the key part of the integration. We're bringing over the client's name, their email address, date of birth, their phone number, address, and other demographic information that will be pre-supplied to the applications in the Fispoke platform. The advisor can make edits to the data. When the client receives the invitation and begins their application, they will also see the same form where they can update their data if need be. So the core piece of this integration is allowing the ease of use, consistency, and reliability in the data when setting up these applications that are then digitally pushed through to the back-end systems of our partner banks in order to get accounts created with ease and convenience. And that's the key to the demo. So with that being said, there's several ways to contact us if you'd like to learn more about the Fispoke application. You can contact us through our Service at Fispoke email address. You can call us directly. You can go to our public website, fispoke.com. You can learn about our products, learn more about our company. You can also request a demo from that site. And you can also find us on the WealthBox integration page, where you'll find information about the integration, information about Fispoke, and you would also be able to connect with us through that site. And that's it for the demo. So I'll turn it back over to you, Jenna.
All right. I think that's all we have for you today. So
Great.
just want to say thanks to everybody who attended
Thank
today's
you.
webinar. Really appreciate it. Wade and Terry, thank you for joining.
Thank you, Jana.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely. Looking forward to future partnership and continuing to make a better and better integration.
Awesome. Great.
All
Have a
right.
good day, everybody.
Welcome.